Hi, everybody. It is Cassandra. It is a new year. It's 2023. I know everybody's happy and excited about it. Hopefully, you were like me and you did your planning for the year. Actually, I used a book and participated in an amazing class with some of my colleagues. And what we did was, whatever I want to do in a year, I'm going to get it done in 12 months. So today is still part of the series that I have been doing since last year. Which is the series of how these top entrepreneurs overcame these challenges, right? Challenges that top entrepreneurs, CEOs of their company, women have overcome in their business, right? They've already overcame them. These were the challenges. So I wanted to share these with you because here's the thing. Your zone of genius is amazing, but you know what? If you're not ready to share it with the world the way you want to, 80% of your success in your business is because of your mindset. So we got to get our mindset right. And as women, we have been knocking down the doors, guys. We kicked the door in 2022, and we built the door in 2023. Let's just call it. We built the door. That brings us to what you see scrolling below. Get rid of these feelings that you have that you're not good enough. We need to purge it. We need to let it go. So I am quoting from a book by Rachel Rogers. I have been so motivated by a lot of things that she's bringing up in her book because as moms and glam moms, we have layered lives, right? We have several departments. We got the whole tall 50-story building with different areas of issues and things that we have to manage on each floor. So imagine your building is about 20 floors, 30 floors. How big is your building? That building of work, family, life balance. That's why I'm here. I am here to empower mom entrepreneurs, empower glam mom entrepreneurs so that they can share their zone of genius with their communities, aka the world, right? As far as it applies to who they are talking to, their very important person in their business, the specific people, right? So, number one, $7 million value. This is in her chapter. And she was like, if you didn't watch the last series that I did, I was talking about, oh my goodness, I lost my space. I was talking about in the last video, how you don't ask for enough money. And the reason why you're not asking for enough money, it's like, you gotta ask for the money, honey. Ask for the money, honey. I did that on December 31st at 11 p.m. It was live. Hopefully you got to watch it. If not, go to my feature area. If you're on LinkedIn, you can go to the feature area. If you are on my Facebook page, the One Social Media Diva, you should be able to see it there. More importantly, I am also putting all the series together. So if you want to make sure that you reach out, you can text me at 407-554-9367 to get a copy absolutely free of the series. So I've done 6 videos so far. You will get all 6 videos absolutely free, right? Because it's important that you have the right mindset. And why not start the New Year's off with listening to all those videos so that you can write down the things that you need to work on, right? And I've been jumping around in different books, right? So I'm reading Michelle Obama's book. I'm reading Rachel Rogers' book. I'm reading another book about traffic and resources for your business. I'm reading all kinds of books, guys. So including my Bible. So more importantly, let's get to it. How do we get rid of that feeling, right? See, here's the thing. You got to get rid of it, because if you don't get rid of it, that is why you will stay broke. If you don't purge these feelings that you have, and we all have them, you will. That's what she was saying in her book. Hold on, let me make sure, guys. I gotta find the note. Make sure I got it here. Sorry. I hit something on my thing. Okay, it went down too far. Let me go up. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to acknowledge that we have this problem. So you find yourself with you having them little negative thoughts pop up in your brain. Here's and I did the video on how it shows up. How not asking for the money shows up. And I gave a list of things, right? And one of the things is that you do this comparison. I didn't say that one, but you got comparison syndrome. Somebody else comes in and talks about they made $100,000. Somebody else come in, oh, I made $20,000 this week. Oh, somebody else come in, I made $5,000 today and yesterday. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. And honey, it does something to you. Do admit that. That's what you need to do. You need to admit that that does bother you. I got somebody calling me and I'm on the live, so I have to let her know. Let me reply to her right quick to tell her live on LinkedIn. That's why I had to tell her. Okay. Now let me go back to my notes. She said, "Oh, I forgot." Okay. So how do you purge this imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is basically feeling like you're not enough. When you start this comparison thing, right? You're like, how'd she get $5,000? I'm better than her. And this is what we run in our mind. This is the record that we run. And I'm saying record because I used to play records on the phonograph, right? Or I used to put the CD in. And this is the CD that you put in your brain. So we need to purge it. Every time we start thinking like that, we need to do something to get rid of it right away. So this is what Rachel, she recommended. She said, number one, you probably need to go get therapy. Try therapy. It works for me, guys. I'm going to tell you, when I start feeling some things that I'm feeling, I go ahead and I do therapy. Okay. So another thing that you could do, she mentioned the song Spirit by Beyonce. She said, listen to it 100 times in a row, 100 times in a row. She said she watches the video. She's trust it will heal you. Okay. Acknowledge that you are not alone and your brain is not broken. Acknowledge that you're not alone and your brain is not broken. It's something I'm just not doing right. I know it's something I'm not doing right. I need to start all over again. Let me scratch this. Let me go over here and do this. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. You need to get rid of that. Nothing's broken. Other people feel this way too, right? And here's a thought. Did you know Michelle Obama had some of these feelings? Did you know that Maya Angelou, the one who won a Nobel Peace Prize, she felt like her work wasn't good enough? She won a Nobel Peace Prize. She felt like her work wasn't good enough. So you're not alone. Nothing's broken. You're not alone. Okay? So one of the things is you can do, get you a notebook. Go buy you one of those cute little notebooks. And you need, every time you have a victory, write it in your notebook. See, there's something about the psyche of writing and saying things. I've said this before, it's scientifically proven. If you write it and you say it, and it's positive, your brain begins to obey what it is that you're positively saying to it. Some people call it manifestation. It's just how our bodies, how God created our bodies. Right? If we say positive things to ourselves and we reflect on the positive things that we have accomplished. So get into the habit of tracking your victories. What victories did you have? Sit and think about, what did you do January of last year? What did you do February of last year? Or you can work backwards. What was your accomplishment in December of 2022? What was your accomplishment in November of 2022? And keep going backwards until you get to January. You can even try to maybe look in your phone, see of the calls that you made. Oh, yes, I did talk to her. Oh, yes, that was... So, right, keep track of your wins, big and small, instead of letting them zip by. And you're going to begin, see, that helps you to make your chest stick out, and it helps you to make you feel better about yourself, right? Also, keep track of your clients, and then see what they're doing, catch up with them. That goes back to having that sisterhood, okay? Also, when you do therapy, decide which therapy you want. Do you want the type of therapy where you just talking and they just listening, or do you want to do EDMR? I love EDMR therapy. I really do. Also, you can do something that is practice. It comes from acupuncture techniques, right? So there's certain areas on your body that when they put the needles on them, it empowers you to be positive, right? So they call it neurologic linguistic programming, NLP. I don't know if you've ever seen Tony Robbins, and he'll say, yes, go. Well, he hits his arm in a certain spot right there, and that triggers something throughout his body to get into the mood of let's go, let's get this done. You don't want to, let's get this done. He even talks about how he jumps in 58 degree water. He has a thing that he jumps in the cold water every morning to teach himself and make himself say, I'm going to do it whether I want to or not. And it also gets rid of those imposter, those I'm not good enough. Okay. Also, it says join a club full of women who are determined to do what it is that you are doing. Become an athlete. So get physical. Once again, I remember Tony Robbins was saying every 40 minutes, you got to get up and move your body around. You need to get up and move your body around. Don't just sit endless hours at the computer and never moving around. Get up. I bought one of those punching bags where you hang it from the ceiling, because I love it. It just, it gets your heart going. My grandson, he has a trampoline over here. I plan on investing in a trampoline because it's easy on the knees, which my knees aren't good, right? So you need to make sure you're always going out of your comfort zone. That goes back to what he was saying about taking a cold shower in the morning or jumping in that cold temperature of water. Whatever that is, it doesn't have to be the cold water. Some people walk across coals. It don't have to be that. It could be something like every day get on your bike and ride your bike. You don't want to, but do it anyway. Or go to the gym and do what you don't want to do anyway, right? Also, she mentioned, let's see, it says here, she says irreparable harm can be done to you if you don't get rid of this, right? If you don't get rid of this, it becomes irreparable harm that's done to your mind, to your body, and everything. Recognize your natural talents, right? Just recognize the natural talents that you have. Challenge yourself to write down 50 specific ways that you made a company better, right? So it may be who you used to work for, who you're working for. How did you make that company better, right? Use those things to focus in on the good about you, because usually when we feel like we're not good enough, it's because we feel like we always need to be better. Now, I was reading something about a woman who had two doctorate degrees. She had two doctorate degrees. She had won all kinds of awards, certifications on several groups, been on television, on the news, all of that, and she still felt like she didn't have enough, that she was somehow incompetent, right? So understand the zones of yourself, your zone of incompetence, your zone of competence, your zone of excellence, and your zone of genius, right? That's why you want to think about all the good things that you've done in your career, and then you can add those things up and it makes that zone of genius, right? And so we can talk about zone of incompetence and all of that, or you can get her book, Rachel Rogers' book, and it's really a good book. I really enjoy it. But guys, that's gonna be it. I'm at 16 minutes. That's enough. And so one thing that in review, try some therapy, try some different types of therapy, EDMR, NLP, and NLP is where you tap and then you go here. I did it with my grandson. And then you go here. Oh, I think you go here first. And then you go here. And then you go here. And then you go here. And you do this for 15 minutes, and these are actual acupuncture points, okay? So you could do different types of therapies like that. And while you're doing those therapies, talk about some of those things that you're feeling that's negative, but how you're going to turn them into the positive, all while you're tapping. It really does work. Additionally, you need to get active, be active. You also need to keep a journal of your wins, small or big. Also, be a part of a group of women, a sisterhood, where they are working along with you. So, for example, if you are doing high ticket sales, or you are doing if you are trying to accomplish certain goals at certain levels, people always say, especially when you're looking for a job, they say always apply for a position higher than you qualify for, because you never know, you might get it, right? So it's the same thing with your group of women. Always be with that group of women that are higher level than you. So this is why you have to get rid of this feeling that you're not enough to be with this sisterhood or be in that accountability group, because you do deserve to be there. Because right now you are positioning yourself at the table, or you are creating your own table, or you kicking down the door, or you making your own door. Either way it goes, you have to think in those ways. And also, junk in is junk out. If you say these negative things, I always this and I always that. I had my friend, she told me, she says, don't think of yourself as your pathology, right? So I haven't been diagnosed, but I am pretty sure I have ADHD. But she says, don't define yourself by your ADHD, even though it just like really gets in the way. She said, don't define yourself by it. And that was epic for me, right? That was epic for me, because in my own way, I was making myself an invalid. I was bringing myself down. I didn't need anybody else to do it, because I'm doing it. That is what an imposter means. You do all of these things, but you don't feel that you're really doing them, you know? I just happen to be fortunate that happened. It really shouldn't have happened. I was just fortunate that time. You got to get rid of that. No, it happened because it was supposed to happen, because you are qualified. You are sitting at the table, and now you need to keep sitting at that table and create a new door to walk through. Okay? So guys, I wanted to tell you that I am hosting a masterclass. It is a 5-day masterclass, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. Let's see. Every time it's time for me to find my things, I can't I don't know. Okay, I'm in the wrong spot. That's what it was. Okay, so I have a 5-day masterclass. I did change my date and I changed the content just a little bit. So I am going to be helping you try to figure out if you need to create a website. What is it that you need to have to give to your designer or your developer? What are the things that need to be in place? How do you monetize your website so that you can do high ticket sales and attract clients? So in my class, I'm going to show you how one page on your website is helping most women that I'm in groups with, is helping them to bring in high ticket sales anywhere from 5K and up, guys. You can do it too. So my 5-day masterclass, website in a week.tech, go sign up. It's January 30th through February 3rd. I look forward to seeing you, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye.